What is up, guys? Welcome to another tier list. Today we're doing a college basketball team tier list. As a lot of you may know, we are just 2 days away from the start of college basketball. Alright, so first team is Maryland. Maryland lost a couple key pieces, including Jalen Smith, to the NBA. So they're not going to be what they were last year. So because the talent dropped off, I'm going to go to unranked for Maryland. Michigan State, I think it's going to be 8 to 14 range. They lost two big pieces in Cassius Winston and Xavier Tillman, which will keep them out of this 1 to 7 range. But they got a good recruiting class coming in, and they do have some solid attorneys that can put up big numbers for them. So 8 to 14, Michigan State. Arizona, also unranked. They lost a lot of talent, more than probably anyone else on this list, honestly. They lost three players to the NBA draft. So unranked for Arizona. Michigan, I think it's going to be on this bubble of unranked 2025. I'm going to go 2025 because I like Juwan Howard as a coach, and they looked pretty good last year. At the beginning of the year, started to fall off a little bit at the end, but Michigan 2025. Duke 8 to 14 as well. Another great recruiting class for Duke. Not the best they've had lately. They don't have that one guy who's gonna be quote unquote like the guy. You know what I'm saying? Duke doesn't have one certain player that's like gonna be the one that carries him to the Final Four or anything. So 8 to 14 for Duke. Carolina, my team, bad season last year. Brought in a stud recruiting class this year. If you haven't seen my hype videos for Carolina, go check those out. But I think Carolina's gonna be 15 to 19. If I'm doing this realistically, 15 to 19. I want to be biased and put them at 1, honestly, but I can't be biased. I gotta go with what I think will actually happen. 15 to 19 UNC. Creighton is a team that I could see going in this 1 to 7 range just because their schedule, they're not in a very good conference. They have some good players in that roster, but their schedule is going to be able to help them stay high in the rankings. So yeah, I'm going to go 1 to 7. I don't think they're more talented than the two teams in 8 to 14 tier. But I think because the level of their schedule, they're going to be able to maintain a high point throughout the season. Syracuse, unranked. Not liking what I'm seeing from Syracuse lately. Yeah. Ohio State, also unranked. Could be in 20 to 25. But I think one of the Wesson brothers, they lost him, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, unranked for Ohio State. Oklahoma, dang man, also unranked. Rough for Oklahoma. I don't think the Big 12 is going to be much at all this season outside of Baylor. Kansas will be probably a decent second, but I don't like the Big 12 this year at all. Cincinnati, also unranked. Davidson, also unranked. Sorry, guys. San Diego State, they lost Malachi Flynn. So I think that would really hurt them. Probably also unranked. Great season last year. Props to them, but without Malachi Flynn, I don't think they're going to be able to. I think they'll still have a good season, but not a top 25 season. Villanova got some key returners such as Jeremiah Robinson-Earl. They did lose to Deke Bay, but they still have a recruiting class that's going to help them maintain a pretty good basketball team. So I'll go 20. I'll go 15 and 19. Gonzaga, 1 to 7. Obviously, I'm gonna put them in the very front. They're probably my favorites to win the national championship this year. Iowa, Luka Garza, probably the favorite for National Player of the Year, so I will put him also. Them in 1 to 7 as well. Kansas has been falling off of late. I think they will be able to squeak in a 20-25 range though. Like I said, Big 12 not a great conference this year. I don't think any of the teams outside of Baylor can even have a chance at even the Elite 8 personally. So yeah, Kansas State gonna go unranked. Memphis lost James Wiseman and Precious Achiuwa. Still has a solid recruiting class, but I don't think it's gonna keep them in the top 25. Big losses. Got some I believe scandalous stuff, but that might have been just James Wiseman. Not sure about that. Unranked for Memphis. Baylor also 1 to 7. I think they're my second favorite to win the championship this year. So I'm gonna put them right behind Gonzaga there. Oregon lost Peyton Pritchard, who lost their 4 years player. But I don't know. I feel like they're not gonna struggle that much without him. I think they can sneak in at 2025. Houston 2025 as well. Purdue, they lost Matt Harms to BYU. But I still like this team. I really do. I think they're going to be slightly unranked, though, unfortunately. All right, Texas, I think it's going to be unranked as well. A lot of unranked teams in this list. So, yeah, I think they're going to be unranked as well. Shaka Smart is a good coach, but I don't think they have the talent to get anywhere. And like I said before, Big 12, not a great conference this year. Seton Hall, I believe they lost Miles Powell, so that'll keep them out in unranked as well. Virginia, I think it's gonna be 8 to 14, believe it or not. I know they got this transfer coming, Sam Hauser, but I just don't see. I look at that roster. They lost their 2 leading scorers, and Mamadi Diakite. So I don't know how they can be in 1 to 7. Although I've heard Sam Hauser's a beast, top contender for National Player of the Year, but I don't see him being in that 1 to 7 range personally. Virginia Tech unranked. St. Mary's unfortunately unranked. They'll beat Gonzaga. Hot take there. Tennessee 15 to 19 range. Texas Tech. Lost Jemiah Ramsey. Don't have the talent they usually do. Unranked for Texas Tech. I think Jonathan Kuminga is going to the G League instead of Texas Tech. So yeah, definitely unranked for them. They lost Jaden McDaniels and Isaiah Stewart. Washington did, that is. So not the talented roster that's going to be able to get them in the top 25. VCU, not. Marquette, they lost Marcus Howard, I believe. So not. Wisconsin, one of the bubble teams for me personally. I like the Big Ten this year. I think a lot of teams will end up in the top 25. They'll be challenging the ACC for the most teams in the top 25. I'll go 2025 just to be generous. They could end up unranked, could end up even higher, but 2025. Auburn lost Isaac Okoro. Still got a good team. Love the coaching down there. They do a great job. 15-19 for Auburn. Utah State, not ranked. Alabama lost Kyra Lewis. They do have that. What's that kid's name? That he's lights out shooting. I forget his name. He's a beast. They have him. Maybe that he can get him to top 25, but I don't believe so. Mississippi State, not top 25. Florida State, I believe the preseason rankings is in this 2025 range. I really don't understand that. I think they are a much better team than this. They did lose 2 lottery pick NBA players, but they brought in a guy in Scotty Barnes who can replace him easily. And they have I believe it's 4 returners that have averaged 10 points last year. I think they're going to be in that 15-19 range. Possibly could be even in this range, honestly. Florida brought back a lot of talent, didn't really lose much. 20 to 25 for them. Iowa State lost Tyrese Halliburton. That's not looking good for them. Unranked. Indiana is just a school athletically that is on the rise in every sport, so why not give it to them in this sport? They're naturally good sport. Indiana in 2025 range. Kentucky, stud recruiting class as usual. And they did bring in Olivier Sarr, I believe that's how you say it, out of Wake Forest. I watched quite a few Wake Forest games, being a fan of a team in the ACC. 8-14 for Kentucky. Louisville. I believe they're going to be unranked. And LSU, unranked as well. So guys, that's the tier list. Let me know what you think in the comments. See you guys in the next one. Peace.